Welcome to my mukbang. Just kidding. I already ate all the food. Anyhow, if you're new here, which you probably are because there's not very many of you, to my 8 subscribers, thank you very much. I appreciate it. If you're not familiar with who I am, my name is Sarah. I have been training for the last 18 months to run 30 miles to Emerald Lake as a DIY 50K. It's not an organized race, just a backpacking trail that I fell in love with, and I decided instead of backpacking it over 3 days, I'm going to try to run it in less than 12 hours. Let's see, drink of choice today is the LaCroix Black Raspberry. We are 6 weeks out from race day, and I wanted to talk about how I'm feeling. So, where I'm at today, I average about 25 to 30 miles a week with 5 runs or 5 days of running every week. So far, the longest run I've done is 17, and the highest mileage week I've done is 31. Now then, tomorrow after my long run, I think my mileage is going to be between 34 and 38 for the week. And I'm a little nervous. I'm 6 weeks out from race day, and my goal race is 30 miles. The longest I've run, like I said, is 17. You know, that's a little bit more than halfway. Do I feel ready? And the answer to that question is yes. I know my body at this point can make that mileage. It definitely will not be running the whole way, but I know it's strong enough. I am 31 years old, going to be 32 later this year, and this is the best shape I've ever been in. I'm consistently running 5 days a week and throwing in strength 1 or 2 days of the week and cross training. I've never been that consistent ever, even when I was doing CrossFit and even when I was younger. And so, yes, I feel ready. There are some things that I do want to discuss, and that is the very likely situation that I have to cancel this run. I've been talking it over with my running partner, and we've kind of come to terms that we might have to cancel. California is on fire again. It's on fire probably 6 months out of the year now. We used to have a fire season, and now we're having annual fire time. The areas that I like to run have been closed. If you're familiar with Northern California, you know of Lassen Park. That has been closed due to the Dixie Fire. That fire has pushed into the boundaries of Lassen Park, and the park has been closed. Having an emotional week thinking about that area burning down. I grew up playing there and hiking there, and most recently I've started running there, and I take my daughter there to escape the heat and sometimes the smoke and the idea that in a few days we may not have it anymore. And the area that my partner and I have decided to run is also on fire. There are a couple fires in the Trinity Alps wilderness. That's where Emerald Lake is. Last I checked, there was a fire near Grizzly Lake, which it's not very close to Emerald Lake, but it is one ridge over. And I don't think that lake is in danger of that current fire, but I've come to the realization that it is a very real possibility another one is going to start. And even if there are no active fires going on in September in that area, the trail system might be closed due to safety, either to prevent a fire from starting from camping, or because a fire had blown through there and tree limbs and things that might be hazardous, and they have to reestablish the trail system. And we saw that happen with the Carr Fire in 2018. So the fire situation is very real, and it's something that I don't know if I'll ever get used to. And then the air quality is poor, so if there's no fires and there's no trail closures, it might be dangerous to run just because of the air quality. I'll try to insert a video right now. So we're at the Whiskeytown Visitor Center. Just to give you an idea of how smoky it is. You can't even see the lake. There's usually a cove like right there behind that tree. It kind of circles down. You can't even see it. And that shows the air quality at Whiskeytown, just a few miles from my house. The AQI there, the ranger said, was 671 today. And they had to wear N95s to set up the ranger station. So air quality and fires are two of the big things that are weighing on my mind for this run. And the third biggest thing is I'm going to be starting a new job, and orientation week is that week that my partner and I had planned to run. And I've been told it's difficult to make up that orientation time. And so my partner and I have been looking at either moving the run up a week or pushing it into October. If we push it to October, that's when it starts getting colder, and so we might have to rethink our strategy as like clothing and warm layers, and if the potential for rain in the mountains. That I feel like we can deal with. But it's just one more thing to be concerned about if we move the date. Anywho, let's talk about something positive. If this physical goal, if I physically don't make it to Emerald Lake because of those three things that I mentioned, I'm going to consider my goal met. I know physically I won't have done it, but I think the changes that have happened to me over the last 18 months in preparation for this run make it all worth it. My anxiety is virtually non-existent. My clothes are fitting different. I'm wearing things I never thought I would wear. So for example, I bought myself a bathing suit for the first time since becoming a parent. And I wore it out. And I didn't have any self-talk. I wore it to the public pool. And my negative inner monologue had nothing to say about it. I, like I said in the beginning, am running consistently 5 days a week. I've gone from being injured and having knee surgery to barely running a 5K to running almost 30 miles every week. I remember a time when my longest run was 4 or 5 miles, and that run was dreaded. I remember running those miles in the beginning thinking, dear God, is this when I get injured again? Dear God, am I going to have surgery again? And now my shortest run is 7 miles. It's incredible what my body's been able to do. I want to see what else it can do. And I want to see how far it can go. And I know that if I don't make this goal in September, that I'm definitely going to run my 50K next year. I'm signed up for the Reading Marathon in January, and I have emailed the Aravaipa event team, and they've told me that the run that I'm interested in doing in February is still planning to be on. So I know in January and February I'll be reaching my ultramarathon goals. And yeah, I feel really good. I'm in a great place. I have a wonderful support from my family and friends, and my health is back on track. My mental health is the best that it's ever been in my whole life. Yeah, and I've reached my goal, and I'm excited to see what other goals I accomplish in the future, because now I know my body can do anything, and with the right preparation, it doesn't have to hurt. Anyway, thank you for listening to this talk. I'll try to make more videos and be more consistent, but not making any promises. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I hope you find something that you love to do that brings you mental clarity and mental peace and physical strength. So, cheers.